I want to talk about something today that most of us only talk about behind closed doors, usually in a whisper to our wives' ears when the kids are asleep. I want to talk about that cold, tight feeling in your chest when you open your banking app. That split second of holding your breath before the balance loads. Why does money bother us so much? Why is it that men in our 30s, men who are working hard, putting in the hours, doing all the right things, but yet still we wake up during the night wondering how we're going to get through the month? We were taught that we live in a world full of opportunities, yet for so many of us, it feels like we're on a treadmill. We're just running as fast as we can just to stay in the same place. The gap between our salary and sanity seems to be getting wider every single month. So today I'm putting the corporate mask aside. I want to look at why this stress is stealing our lives and how we can stop letting it define who we are as fathers. In South Africa and actually all over the world, there's this unspoken truth that there's a provider trap. From the moment we start our careers, we are conditioned to believe that our value as men are tied directly to the digits in our bank account. If our account is full, we're winning. If it's empty, it feels like we're failing. But here's the reality of the grind. Life doesn't care about your plans. Interest rate goes up, foods at Woolies, Checkers, Walmart, wherever you shop seems to jump every week. The car needs a service, the kids need new shoes, and suddenly that decent salary you worked so hard for feels like it's being dissolved by 1,000 little leaks. And yet it feels like we can't get on top of it. The stress doesn't just come from the lack of money, it comes from the uncertainty, the what ifs, the what ifs in life. What if the car breaks? What if there's an emergency? What if there's a medical emergency? We spend our energy solving problems that we haven't even realized, or perhaps didn't even happen yet, or might not even happen. We're gambling our present peace for a future we can't actually control. We aren't just stressed about money, we're stressed about the fear that we aren't enough to protect the families from the world. And of course, as we all know, there's a secondary layer of that stress, and that's called comparison. We look around Heidelberg, where we stay, and all over the world, your local town, your communities, and we look at the social media. We see people who seem to just have it all figured out: new cars, holidays, renovations, new houses. And then our brain starts to do the math. How are they actually doing it? What are they doing that I can't do? How are they getting through the month? But yet we're struggling every month to just make ends meet. But what we don't see is the debt. We don't see the credit cards pushed to the limit. We don't see the other dads struggling, sitting at their desk in their warehouses, wherever they might be, late at night, early mornings. We're comparing our behind the scenes with everybody else's lives. The truth is, the system is designed to keep us in a state of wanting more. Why am I saying that? Because the corporate machine wants you to be just that little bit broke. Because a man who is worried about his mortgage, a man who worries about where he's going to get the food for his children, is a man that won't quit his job. It wants you to stay in the grind. We've been tricked into believing the solution to money stress is actually more money. But for most of us, that's a lie. The more we earn, the more the lifestyle creep catches up with us and the stress just changes its shape. It actually, you know, it never actually leaves us unless we change how we look at it. So how do we get through the month without losing our souls? I'm learning that it starts with a brutal conversation, an honest conversation with ourselves and perhaps our partners, our wives or our fiancés. We have to stop lying to ourselves about what we actually need. Lately, I've been looking at my life and asking, is this expense for my family's joy or is it for my own ego? When we stop trying to impress people we don't even like, a lot of the noise in our budget starts to disappear. Getting through the month isn't just a math problem, it's a spiritual one. It's about deciding that your worth as a father isn't measured by the brand of car you drive, but it's measured by the presence you have when you walk through the door in the afternoons or the mornings and you see the smile on your children's faces. Your kids don't need a dad to provide everything, but then they're not mentally present. They need a dad who's there when they need them, when they want to play, when they want to just talk, when they just want to share something with you. I've had to learn to breathe again. I've had to look at the months where things were tight. And let's be real, there are many of those. I actually went through one now. Um, yeah, it's many, and realize that we are still okay. We have a roof, we have food on the table, we have each other. The stress thrives in the idea of not having enough. But if you pause and look at what you do have, the stress loses its grip. It's about moving from a mindset of scarcity to a mindset of stewardship. If you're struggling right now, if you're wondering, and if you're looking at the calendar and wondering where you're going to stretch your budget, those last few rands or those last few dollars until payday, I want you to know that you aren't alone. It's okay to be worried, but don't let that become your identity. Here's what I am doing to fight back. Firstly, I'm talking about it. As we're sitting here, I'm talking about it. I'm being honest to myself. I'm being honest to my wife. We are the team. We face the budget together. Then the weight is halved, obviously, because we talk about it. Secondly, I'm focusing on the small wins. Instead of worrying about retirement 30 years away, I'm focusing on winning today. So I'm not saying don't worry about your retirement, but I mean, let's focus on today. Did we eat? Is the lights on? Is there fuel in the car? Is the tanks full? Um, and if the answer is yes, then today is a victory. And thirdly, I'm investing in things that don't cost a cent, like the walks that I'm doing, the chats with you guys. The time chatting to you, to the people, that's free. The memories I make together with my daughter, my son, my wife, doesn't require a credit card. The money stress wants to tell you that you are trapped. It wants to tell you that you are a failure. But look at your kids' faces. They don't see a bank balance. They see a hero. They see the dad. As long as you are standing, as long as you are trying, you haven't failed. You get through the month one day at a time, one choice at a time, and one prayer at a time. If you're watching this and you felt that weight on your chest this week, drop a comment. You don't have to share your balance, obviously. Just share that you're in the fight. Let's realize that we are all dads. We are all navigating the same storm. Um, some people's storm just looks a bit different than ours, and that's fine. We're going to get through this month and the next month and July and August. Not because the world got easier. No, the world won't get easier, but because we, as dads and men, we are stronger. We are choosing to prioritize peace over prestige. As always, guys, this is the Real Dad Log. Keep your heads up, keep your heart right, and I'll see you in the next one. Lekker bly.